Oh, look at that. It's the old EVV Max from Classic Shining Fates. But guess what? Welcome back to the Pokehistorian. I'm your host, Maddox, and we're not looking at Shining Fates. No, today we're looking at one of the most hated sets from the Sword and Shield era, and I feel like it's overly hated, so I want to give it some love. And this card in particular, even if it's from a set that maybe some view isn't that great, I think most people agree that this card's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and flip it around. We're looking at old Tyranitar V here from Battle Styles. So if you don't know, Battle Styles was one of our Sword and Shield sets. It came out on March 18th, 2021. Had 183 cards in it with 6 alt arts. Now what was cool about this, this was actually the first return we had seen of alt arts since the Sun and Moon days. So it was cool to see them come back. A lot of people kind of see this as the first proper introduction of alt arts into the Pokemon TCG. Of course, I don't really see it that way. I mean, Sun and Moon had plenty, but it really, I would say that this set and the sets that came after it put alt arts on the map. So it was kind of a big thing. And one of the big gimmicks from Battle Styles and moving forward is Battle Styles introduced the single strike versus the rapid strike types of cards, which of course are indicated up here on the Pokemon card. These types coincided with the Isle of Armor DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield, which of course featured Kubfu and Urshifu, and Kubfu could evolve into either a rapid strike version of Urshifu or a single strike version of Urshifu. So that's where this gimmick came from. The single strike cards tend to focus more on raw power and just, incredible amounts of damage. And the rapid strike cards tend to focus more on technique, like switching out your Pokemon and coordinated attacks. So there was kind of like a split, like in like the different types of styles that you could do there in the Pokemon TCG. I think they were trying to mix up the game and make it more interesting, which is pretty cool. It's always fun when they bring in new gimmicks into the game, right? Keeps everything fresh and interesting. But turning, more particularly this Tyranitar V card, I mean, this is definitely the most iconic card from the set, I would say. And it's just such a funny little artwork here. You got Tyranitar, big old guy, just finished chowing down there on all that food. And you got an apple core at the top. And over here you got Pigmite hanging out in the background. He's like, what the heck did I just watch? And he's just passed the heck out there. I mean, look at all the food. God, man, he's eating like he's Goku or something. But yeah, definitely, you don't see Tyranitar in this pose very often. In fact, I can't think of another card where Tyranitar is sleeping like that, which of course is what's given this card the name Sleepy Tyranitar. And it's definitely one of my favorite cards from Sword and Shield. Of course, down here you can see that's the symbol for Battle Styles. It's card 155 out of 163. Battle Styles is so funny, like, it still is a pretty reasonably affordable box. And the thing is, like, I get it's not the best Pokemon card set ever. Like, it's not. But if you compare it to a lot of the sets that came before it, it's really not a bad set at all. Like, it's got some pretty cool, fun cards in it. It really does. And I think more people should give it a chance. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.